All right. Yeah. All right. I got level with you. This is in fact a part 2. Because part 1, I only got 7.5 minutes into this video I'm trying to watch. And then my computer crashed, and I think there was an error message having to do with my video card, and I don't know what happened. And I think Lana made a comment about Bembo characters being fine, and then I had a comment and I forgot what it was, and whatever. We're just gonna pick up as if nothing happened, because I just might. Oh, yeah. Hello? Yeah, there I am. I just might pick up from where we left off and say that nothing happened. Because why not? Hey. Well, that's interesting. My mouth is more synchronized now. Part 1 was terrible and I have no idea why. I should probably just reboot my computer every time. This is ridiculous. Anyways, moving on. Back from where we left off. Hold up. We'll just backtrack a bit.
And he ends up being really smart in other ways. There's a way to develop characters to be dumb in one way and then smart in another way. Because it's actually a character and it's not just like, oh, well, he's just dumb as fuck. Like, come on. I love himbo dynamics. They're funny. They're awesome.
Just write your character correctly and it's fine.
Absolutely nobody is a bigger Rey disrespecter than me.
I dislike her on a philosophical level. Anyway, this kind of set the tone for what was to come. Pain. When the 2017 last
I talked about this in part 1 and I'm not revisiting that.
Jedi hit cinemas, fans were confused to see Luke Skywalker, the primary protagonist from
When I saw Luke Skywalker drinking the green milk, I actually thought it was a parody.
Disgusting.
I thought it was like a superimposed, like, not AI, because it was like a little bit too early for AI, but like I I couldn't take it seriously.
No.
Was it the green milk or was it the purple milk? I can't remember. Whichever that shot was, like
It was green, and he is drinking it from the teats of this monster. This creature that dwells the land. It was not a pretty scene. It was unbecoming of the Luke Skywalker character in general.
Never watched the whole thing. I just saw that, dude. It was so...
Mike Capel here. Patriot Software's found...
Yet again, someday I'll have enough money to cover YouTube Premium, I suppose.
My
Today's not that day.
first successful startup was in the basement of a factory, but
Oh, bad.
the original trilogy had turned into a blunt environment.
What do you mean you throw away your lightsaber?
Wait. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I talked about it in part 1, but that was just stupid.
Who tossed his lightsaber like it was rubbish. In interviews, Disney execs made it clear that their objective was to attract more women to the franchise.
Bro. There it is. Throw away your core demographic. Horrible marketing. See, whoever was running this was not a marketer. That's it. You're just trying to retrofit into the wrong demographic, and what's the result? Everything going wrong.
And make
Yes, attracting women by ruining male characters. That'll do it. What is with this self-deprecating fucking... Like, I have to show that I'm dumb and stupid in order to make people like me kind of thing. Like, I don't get it.
everything more woman-friendly. So, of course, we ended up with shows like The
Woman-friendly.
Acolyte in 2024, which highlighted twin sisters, diverse Jedi, and Force-sensitive dinosaurs and lesbian space witches?
The power of one, the power of many, the power of one, the power of many.
Yeah. let's just say you don't want to know what that is if you don't know. Trust me, it's a disaster.
This puzzle is he or they?
Or they.
With us.
Ultimately,
Just stop.
we
Stop.
did end up with a series of unlikable female characters like Vice Admiral Emmeline Holdo. I hope I said that correctly.
Everybody, how many people are just gonna throw the English language into the dumpster? Like, you can't have a command over pronouns when the language already defines what a pronoun is, what purpose it serves. And just don't pretend it is what it's not.
I don't think I've ever said that out loud. I've just read it a bunch of times. Protagonists who really felt like some sort of, weird self-insert from someone in the writing room.
I got the vibe that it was Kathleen. Yeah.
Even has the purple hair. These people are never living down that stereotype. Never. On the plus side, you know who has a stereotype of actually being pretty great? Fume, the sponsor of today's video. And you should bloody well watch the ad that I made for them because I discovered a new editing thing that I can do now. We have a lot of fun on this channel, but now I want to talk to you about something serious.
Fume.
Every day, millions...
Okay, by the way, purple hair girl. Are they going to talk about in this video? I'm not going to waste your time if they are. I'm just going to wait to see where this goes.
Of Americans suffer from boring air syndrome.
Boring air, bro.
But
What are
thanks
you
to
doing,
advancements
man?
in air technology, we can now make the air we breathe both exciting and personalized. And it's all thanks to today's sponsor, Fume. Fume is a flavored air device that not only gives you the satisfaction of having a flavor blast of air delivered straight to your taste buds, but it's guilt-free, non-toxic, vaporless, and a way of filling the void of unhealthy, bad-tasting habits that force you to stand outside.
No, it's not a vape, it's just air.
Fume would never do that to you.
So, I used to smoke. You know how I quit smoking? I decided to work out every single day, and what the heck? Somebody's trying to spam my chat, apparently. Well, it didn't make it into my live stream chat feed, so I'm just going to ignore it. Anyways. Yeah, so the way I quit smoking was that I just stopped buying cigarettes and I worked out, and all my energy went to my workouts. I had no energy left for smoking. That's all I did. Cold turkey. Cold turkey's not for everyone, but I could testify that it most definitely worked for me. Yep.
Fume likes you too much. And what's more, Fume is shown that its product is twice as effective at helping stop bad habits than all the other solutions on the market.
That's good.
And these clean flavors are fantastic. There's mango, crisp mint, cinnamon hearts, and many, many more. And another thing, the Fume devices are stylish, personalized, easy to carry around, and
grapefruit.
surprisingly fun to play with. This is mine. I call it Aladdin because every time I use it, it takes me to a whole new world of
Please don't call your... Please don't give it a name. It's so funny.
fun and excitement.
I hate
Friends,
that.
you don't
She's
deserve to have
small.
boring air syndrome.
That's such
You
mom
deserve to have
humor.
the greatest, tastiest, science-approved, award-winning air device.
That was
from
terrible.
Fume. So if you are ready for
Put her
a
in the
tasty
dungeon
flavored air
chat.
and to stop your bad habits, then click the link in the description, scan the QR code on screen, or go to tryfume.com/Sydney.
By all means, if this helps you, consider it. I don't need it.
And don't forget to use code Sydney to get your free
it's
Fume
fine if you're
top-up when
addicted
you
to
order a
vaping.
journey pack. Given that the Star Wars audience was and continues to be majority male, a lot of these decisions just didn't make a lot of sense. And no, it's not because
Well, fun fact, you could have a core audience that is completely abolished and completely non-existent. And, you know, when you alienate your core audience, that's what happens.
men refuse to watch.
You can absolutely draw the comparison with video games that were used to be a lot more male-oriented, like Call of Duty. And
Yeah, so basically if you follow the whole Asmongold scene, there's a recurring theme where the gamers repeatedly point out that everybody likes attractive characters. And so there's a recurring theme where the gaming industry will put out characters that just flat out look ugly. Male, female, doesn't matter, they just look ugly. And sure enough, the better performing games are the ones where the characters are designed attractively. Let me backtrack a second. I think I interrupted our thought process. Let's see where
it's
this
not
goes.
because men refuse to watch.
You can absolutely draw the comparison with video games that were used to be a lot more male-oriented, like Call of Duty and Battlefield, dumbing down and creating a space to attract a larger audience and more women, even though that would...
I think I took that conversation the wrong direction, but we'll see.
alienate the male audience. Gears of War, yeah, that's a really good example too. I don't know.
I have not played Gears of War.
No, it's just like I wouldn't want girly games like, for example, The Sims. Like, I know there's guys that play The Sims. Absolutely. I've actually met quite a few who have talked about playing The Sims, and they're big.
There it is with her microphone again. I have horrible ADD. Sorry.
The Sims. Like, I know there's guys that play The Sims. Absolutely. I've actually met quite a few who have talked about playing The Sims, and they're big fucking, like, they're big dudes who just like playing dress up and, like, making houses. I understand that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want it to change and make it, quote-unquote, more manly or more accepting to males, because it wouldn't be The Sims anymore.
See, I'm trying to remember the name of the guys that made The Sims. Was it Maxis? But they also made SimCity and SimCity 2000, and the guys remember SimCity 2000. That thing, that was fun. It almost felt like a Civ game, but a similar concept, just a tighter time frame.
Like, why?
Female characters or don't want to watch female characters, it's because they prefer those of the well-written variety.
I have not gotten into The Sims, but my brothers have.
A flavor of protagonist that seems to be very lacking in today's Hollywood. They have girl boss to...
This was years ago, by the way. Sims have been around for quite some time, and it's just another... It's just like sequel after sequel, right? I don't even keep track of that stuff.
Close to the sun. There's also the fact that Star Wars hasn't released a film.
I'm sorry, what? I skipped something. You know, after the Uma recently...
God!
Should I play that? I skipped stuff. Bro, where are we? What did I do? Are we still only 12 minutes in? We're on my part 2 stream, and how long have we been streaming? I can't remember where my timer is. I think it's on the stream tracker. Hang on a second. Bro, we've been live for 23 minutes on part 2, and we're still 12 minutes in. Oh, yikes.
That's a really good example.
Am I really gonna yap more than the Yap Cat or more than Leaflet? Oh, this is gonna be nuts.
Example too. I don't know. It's just like I wouldn't want girly games like, for example, The Sims. Like, I know there's guys that play The Sims. Absolutely. I've actually met quite a few who have talked about playing The Sims, and they're big fucking, like, they're big dudes who just like playing dress up and, like, making houses. I understand that, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want it to change and to make it, quote unquote, more manly or more accepting to males, because it wouldn't be The Sims anymore. Like, why?
Female characters or don't want to watch female characters, it's because they prefer those of the well-written variety. A flavor of protagonist that seems to be very lacking in today's Hollywood. They have girl boss too close to the sun. There's also the fact that Star Wars hasn't released...
I'm sorry. I've heard that phrase so many times, but it's still funny every time.
a film since 2019, but has in fact churned out a bunch of reasonably terrible shows, and that's certainly a choice.
Yeah.
But then there's Marvel. After Endgame in 2019, which made 2.7...
Endgame. You see Endgame. I saw Endgame, and then I just didn't care about the Marvel Universe after it. Period.
$7 billion by being everyone's movie, Marvel leaned hard into what fans often call the MCU. 2022 She-Hulk was focused on...
Never gets old.
This could have been good. I like a good shipping department. Like, I don't mind doing that. I like having gender dynamics of two sides of the same coin because women and men are different and having different perspectives. There's nothing wrong with that. I find that fun. If it's written...
Let's see if I could fix... Anyways.
In the right way!
courtroom drama and women...
Nobody fucking does this. Nobody fucking does this at work. I have worked a 9 to 5. Nobody just starts fucking twerking in a fucking office building, man.
orientated issue.
You have to be a very special type of person to think that this is a good idea.
And the whole thing was much more secondary.
And the sad thing is, I think I might know a couple of special people like that.
Hulk himself was also positioned as weaker than Jennifer, the girl Hulk, for those of you who don't know, as she picked up skills almost immediately and could absolutely thrash him around with
Look at how much effort she put into learning these things. This video is kind of a rehash of some of the topics of the critical drinker, but you know what? Good content.
I've played jokingly with my brother, who's older than me, and I have tried to pick him up off the ground. It is impossible. Like, I'm not saying this is a 1-to-1, but like logically, right? Because he's a male, he's larger, he's taller, he's built larger with more muscles. Muscles are heavy, they weigh you down more, right? Like logically, right? He's picking up a man off the ground as a female is a feat of strength. It is insane. I just can't logically justify how this could have been written as a scene. Like, yeah, she just fucking throws him. Like, it's just super easy like that. It's like, have you ever tried to pick up a man, like, in real life? Even if you weighed, like, even if the guy weighs, like, I don't know, maybe like 50 pounds more than you, it's fucking hard.
very little effort. And let's not forget this speech.
Here's the thing, Bruce. I'm great at controlling my anger. I do it all the time.
Ah, there it
When I'm
is.
catcalled in the street, when incompetent men explain my own area of expertise to me, I do it.
Okay.
Man. Okay. Ah!
Pretty much every day, because if I don't, I will get called emotional or difficult, or I might just literally get murdered. So I'm an...
are we saying?
What do you mean murdered? Like, what? Why? What are you talking about?
What? Murdered? Okay, like the other parts. Okay, I get it. Maybe you're a woman. You get mansplained. Okay, quote unquote mansplained. But murdered.
Expert at controlling my...
For what? We're not talking about a girl walking down a dark alley in the middle of the night. Right? I don't think that's a context.
Anger because I do it infinitely more than you.
I do it infinitely more.
Just doing the girl bossing thing, I'm not a fan of that.
More than you do. Have you met men? Do you know how much testosterone?
Men are monkey-brained fucking idiots.
I might need to stop pausing. I just need to live react at this point. I'm running out of time.
I love men. But men have an insane amount of testosterone. They have to learn self-control. That's why it's appropriate for other men to check each other and keep themselves in line. That's how society works. Because when you fucking are a massive hulking man with big muscles and a woman says something stupid, you have to fucking control yourself and be like, just let it go. Because if you do something, you could probably kill them on accident. You have a fucking monkey brain. Because you are there to protect everyone around you because you are stronger than them. That's what men were built for. Males in the animal kingdom are...
I'm so glad that she's talking about the self-control aspect, because I have to throttle myself very hard when I'm dealing with my family. And that's good. This is a good thing.
Built differently to protect their offspring and their mate. God, these people just don't even know how biology works. It's so fucking lame. I hate.
I am, after all, a protector of my family, of my wife and kids. And I take that role very seriously.
Testosterone they have? Especially a giant green one? I don't know, lady. Men have to go
Yeah,
and
an
like
alien
live
one.
in mine shafts.
Not alien,
I
a
don't
mutant
think you're
one, I
that hard
guess.
done by. The Marvels in 2023 tanked at the box office, and even Fantastic Four first steps this year with Pedro.
Wait, is this the Silver Surfer but female? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Pascal and Vanessa Kirby just didn't stick. And while it was better than what a lot of people were expecting, it just didn't hit like a
She
Marvel
exists in the
film.
comics. I just never saw her. I'm not saying. I'm not like a nerd. I'm not that kind of nerd. I'm a different kind of nerd.
Do. It goes without saying, but Marvel's audience is also majority male. But here as well, there has been a massive push to have more female characters and more female-led stories in an effort to almost fix something that wasn't broken. Like I said with relation to Star Wars, I definitely think the same thing applies here with Marvel. There are a bunch of female superheroes that men really like, so it's really less about the women themselves and more the agonizing way that they're portrayed. She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, The Marvels, that's just a handful of movies out of many. It's like either the actress themselves is completely insufferable or the way that the female protagonist is written is insufferable. And that becomes so obvious when you...
Sometimes it's both. But in most cases, I would blame the writers.
You juxtapose these new wave of films with old films that feature a female protagonist that everybody liked and loved. I've talked about this in detail in previous videos, and I'm always hesitant to go over
It's
old ground,
Ripley,
but
man.
just to reiterate, a well-written character is more important than focusing on the sex of a character and making that the primary plot point, like the primary focal point. And it seems that modern Hollywood is so preoccupied with having any woman that they've forgotten to produce women who have actual personality traits, who have struggles and flaws and feel
Ripley from
things and
DVD,
experience life.
shut up.
But hey, driving things into the ground is actually...
Yeah, whatever happened to Sarah Connor and freaking Ripley, man? Lara Croft, who's that that female character in, Resident Evil. Is it Resident Evil? God, that movie was like in the 90s, I think. Resident Evil movies.
Welcome to Cinnamon Toast Crunch Training Camp.
Whoa.
I'm Amon Ross St. Brown with my boy Justin Jefferson. Let's see if any of these guys can stop.
No, not Jill. Alice, yes, Alice. Even though the movies are corny, like, let's not let that aside, she's still portrayed as a badass. Right? Like a badly written badass. Like, she just fucking just goes hog wild, man. And she's hot. Yeah, like, whatever happened to that? Yeah, Galadriel in Lord of the Rings. Like, there's absolutely so many characters that are just well-written and attractive, and people like that. Even the males. Because it's well-written, they can overlook it. They can overlook the corny writing as long as it's well-written.
Not new for Disney at all, and they have been fumbling male-orientated stories for decades. Fun fact, back in the early 2000s, they tried to appeal to boys with two animated gems, Treasure Planet and Atlantis, the Lost Empire. By the way...
And again, by the way, another different way of writing someone who's silly and goofy, but they're still smart. Like, Milo is still a goofy, silly little character.
I just realized I pre-watched this original Sydney Watson video, but it was so long ago that I could still forego the pre-watch allegations, except I disclosed it. Oops. But man, that was so long ago. When did the original video come out? I don't even know. Hang on a second. That was...
Well, this was kind of to...
a month ago. Yeah. Anyways.
Flaws he doesn't understand. Like, he's never really interacted with people. He makes mistakes. And he's still really, really smart. Because he's a well-written character!
I'm going to say this ahead of time. Treasure Planet is probably my favorite Disney film. I just love it.
Treasure
I think
Planet.
It's so cute. And
I've never seen this movie. Is it good? It looks cool.
So sad with what they did to it. Anyway, Treasure Planet was a sci-fi treasure island with a rebellious team lead, perfect for young guys, and this like older cyborg guy who, you know, is sort of like this daddy figure that I'm sure
I'm gonna have to speed up the speed on this thing. Sorry.
a lot of guys, you know, could relate to. Okay, not only that, but the film is also absolutely beautiful, and it deals with a lot of male-orientated themes that are, I have to imagine, for boys and men, very relatable. You can't tell me that you've watched the montage of Jim and John Silver and the mysterious dad character and not felt something. This movie speaks to all the boys who just wanted daddy to hug them. And me, apparently. For reasons—
Men deserve hugs! There's so many men out there with daddy issues, man! Give them that too. Also, women like it. Women like it, okay? Like, say what
They like what?
you want. It's cute.
Inexplicable.
What? Shit. What?
Also, women like it. Women like it, okay? Like, say what you want. Aww.
For reasons—
Men deserve hugs! There's so many men out there with daddy issues, man! Give them that too. Also, women like it. Women like it.
They like giving hugs or guys with daddy issues? I'm not sure what she's saying here.
Okay? Like, say what you want.
It's cute. Inexplicable. But even with all of this, even all these factors, it completely flopped. Like, absolutely fell out of bed.
I think it didn't have enough marketing. I think that was the biggest thing, to be honest, right? Yeah.
Making $109 million on a $140 million budget.
Yeah, the marketing really fucking
speculation that this was done deliberately as an excuse to move away from 2D animation and make way for new projects, which I watched a 2-hour video that someone made about why this movie was deliberately capsized, and I'll probably link it in the description if you guys are interested, because it really bothers me.
They didn't market it on purpose? They didn't have a Disney princess. Wait, that makes so much sense. Do you think it's because of that? And Atlantis also kind of didn't really have a Disney princess. Like, Kida, yeah, Kida, that was her name. She's like a Disney princess, but kind of not. Yeah. Like, yeah, she was marketed as, like, the female protagonist, but, like, she wasn't, like, front and center.
Similarly was a steampunk adventure with a nerdy male hero and an attractive female protagonist.
I bet Chet really likes Kida.
And again, this was
singing.
a great—
Wait, yeah, they didn't have singing, right? Huh.
You gotta have a singing in a Disney movie, right?
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Engaging story that is visually—
Did they not have a budget for singing?
beautiful.
Chet's Milo,
but this
they're
too
nerdy.
barely cleared its $120 million budget. So you might be asking, why did these two movies, if they're so good, fall in a heap? Well, Disney barely marketed them. No Happy Meal toys, no big push, unlike their—
I'm pretty sure Atlanta's had Happy Meal toys, no?
Did they?
We took a process that probably took 3 or
We'll
4
find
days
out
if
after
you really
the
put
ad.
your head down with a couple
Or
of
not.
people. It took 2 hours.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Princess films, which seem to get all
Maybe
of the
not
love.
Treasure
There's this
Planet.
widely held belief that these movies were actually just deliberately set up to fail.
I think Treasure
Like, Disney
Planet got
didn't believe in
fucked.
stories for boys and couldn't be bothered putting
Maybe.
effort
It's
into
a
them when it
tomboy.
had done so well with its female-led adventures. And yeah, now they're
You know, I'm married to a tomboy. I love tomboys.
cult classics for those who enjoy a bit of nostalgia, but back then, dead on arrival. And it's not like Disney hadn't seen success before with male-orientated stories like The Lion King, which then knocked it out of the park, but continues to be one of the most popular Disney films to date.
Everybody loves a good daddy story.
Oh, just the girls on Book
Yeah!
Talk? My mistake. The Book Talk ladies need all kinds of therapy. Anyway, this pattern of
Do I need to get into that? Probably not. Poison.
making a guy-focused story and then starving it shows that Disney's never been all that good at speaking to men. It seems like, in large part, and I could be wrong here, I'm prepared to be wrong here, it feels like, though, that they preferred making fairy tales and princess stories that spoke more to women. But what's weird is that now, with Marvel and stuff...
You can absolutely market it to both, though. Do you know how many boys in my kindergarten and my preschool loved, like, Little Mermaid and stuff? And I'm not saying it's, like, effeminate to like Disney stuff, but, like, it's just so ridiculous. Like, you really think a little boy cares about, like, female-centered plot lines with, like, frick it to the man kind of thing? Like, no, they just like that kind of cute stuff. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Mulan, yeah.
Sorry, I'm busy banning a dude. Hang on a second. There we go.
I love Totally Spies. Yeah, I bet you did.
I wasn't even Indiana Jones on the
That shit
books.
was,
Why are
strong.
you repeating the same mistakes? Why keep doing this
Hmm? Hold up. What's going on here?
over and over again? And despite knowing how to fix it. Gen Z men might be a difficult demographic in some ways for Hollywood and studios, but I think the reality here is that human experience transcends age and
God, all
time,
Star
which
Wars
is why
men.
we can tell
Something is wrong here. Hang on a second.
stories with the same themes and more.
Huh? There, does that look better? I don't even
Morals
know.
over and over and over again, and have everyone across time periods still relate to them. Gen Z is also increasingly more and more right-wing as a cohort,
It's
which means
proven.
that Disney's aggressive political messaging just isn't going to fly. And that's something
Jesus,
that they
look
can't
at
seem to deal
this.
with.
Look at South Korea. Holy cool. Whoa! You
Hold up. Yeah. Yeah, they live in different worlds, don't they? Didn't they invent some sort of movement over there, the women? Huh.
think the West is fucking crazy. Nah! Look at that! Look, it's in the negatives, and this one's in the... Oh my goodness, what happened here? Look, 2015, and then 5 years later.
Deal with.
How do you measure ideology objectively?
These are guys who want heroes
Holy
they can root
shit,
for,
this is
stories that
crazy.
feel authentic, protagonists who are both likable, relatable, and extraordinary.
Not to mention, you're measuring it in different countries, so... For example, left and right mean two completely different things in the United States versus any other European country versus any other Asian country. It sounds difficult.
And honestly, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I think maybe Gen Z men also want to see men who are not being downtrodden and shamed just for being men. They want to see kind of the inverse of what's been happening to them over the last number of years. So, of course, they don't want movies that feel like a corporate diversity checklist. But Disney has spent years calling its male critics toxic and racist instead of actually
Yep.
listening. It has turned its media
My audience
properties into
knows.
a DEI lecture hall that young men don't relate to whatsoever. And the box
Look, he
office
literally has more muscles. Like, I can't stand this, like, disingenuousness. A toddler could figure this out. Whoa, look, he's bigger and got more muscles. You must throw a rock further than the woman. She's still very strong, but, like, no, we have to make it so it's different. Dude, look, he's huge compared to her.
whatsoever, and the box office
Physics don't
repeatedly
exist,
backs
though.
this up. The Marvels, Dial of Destiny,
This isn't even
Fantastic
magic.
Four all underperformed with male audiences. Star Wars hasn't had a movie in 7 years, and fans call Disney Plus shows like The Acolyte a sign of creative bankruptcy.
True.
So Disney's response to all of that? Blame the fans, label them backward or misogynistic, and never actually look inward to identify the issue. The thing is, and I think this is actually
I mean, isn't it obvious? Just make things that people want.
Pretty funny. Gen Z is not disinterested in consuming media. They're just disinterested in consuming the media that Disney keeps turning out. They went to see the Minecraft movie.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out how to make videos that people want, but that's another story for another day.
Which I think did over $1 billion. They went to see Sonic the Hedgehog, which I learned previously. I made fun of that in another video, and then a bunch of you in the comments were like, Sydney, we love that film. So I don't know. I guess there's like a Sonic fan club or something. Maybe like bronies, but less upsetting. I love that I just keep digging this Sonic the Hedgehog hole deeper and deeper. I've gone ahead and compared you guys to bronies.
I only watched the Sonic Hedgehog movie because of Bao. Bao kept fucking harping up on about it on Twitter. Yeah, I watched.
So my nephew watched Sonic the Hedgehog and he said it was the best movie ever. My brother, meanwhile, you know, we grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog on the Genesis, but I mean, he said it's terrible.
Watched it on a dinner one night.
Now. I'm sure you're gonna fight
Yeah,
in the
that's
comments.
fine.
So the question is, why did these films do so well? And I think the answer to that is very simple and straightforward. It's because they're fun, they're engaging, there's a little bit of a nostalgia element there, nothing feels forced, and importantly, there's no lectures. This is probably also why—
No one likes getting lectured. You get into a fight and you don't want to get lectured. What makes you think that someone pays for an entertainment movie, or entertainment in general, and they just get lectured on? Ah, you're just a big dumb bitch, chat. I know better than you.
the Top Gun remake—
Correct.
is it a remake? Sequel? Remake sequel? That came out recently, did insanely well with the boys. Because fighter jets and speed. The airplane kind, not the snorted in a bathroom on a Saturday night with a guy named Josh that you just met 5 minutes ago kind. These are—
Bro, I used to be addicted to speed. I used to be addicted to speed. Speeding in my car, that is. Anyways. It gets old when cops try to pull you over. That's all I'm gonna say.
other studios weren't out to preach. They were out to entertain. I know, crazy, right? Which is a totally common sense thing to do, because at the end of the day, these entertainment companies are still companies that need to make money to survive. I'm no CEO, but I'm pretty sure that extending your middle finger to 50% of the population so hard that you pull a muscle is probably not great business practice. And that's what's so bizarre about all of this. It makes no financial sense to tell the vast majority of moviegoers not to come and see your movies by insulting and demeaning them. The only conclusion that one can reach here is that Disney's adherence to socio-political messaging has literally made them stupid and or crazy. Their writing rooms apparently could have doubled as padded cells. Disney had in its possession, it still has it in its possession, brands that naturally appeal to men
And they're
down
never
to
gonna
their
let them
core.
go either.
War, superpowers, stopping the bad guys. These are all things that grab
the bad guys being men.
men's attention. Of course, these things can appeal to some women too, and they do, but statistically speaking, this is what the majority of men will open their wallets for, whether it's tickets or merch or concerts or live events or whatever. How many women do you think own top quality lightsabers versus men? I will bet
Probably 1% to 5% compared to men.
Probably.
10 to 1. 95% men. I would say like 1 to 5% is a very good guess.
Yeah.
bet all the remaining hairs on my head that it's men by an entire continent. Disney's decision to plant anti-masculine messages in masculine-based entertainment in order to try to attract more women is mind-blowing when you stop to think about it. Women gravitate towards entertainment that deals with relational intrigue, stories where people are tangled in intense situations with one another. Women flock to things like romance films and period dramas, rom-coms, even reality television.
If there's men fighting over a woman, that's for me. I don't know, man. I might be like shonen coded, but like I just love women with men fighting.
And even true crime and documentaries and podcasts and things. If it's about relationships under pressure, it's women who are tuning in to see it by and large. A great example of this is actually Taylor Swift, believe it or not. A huge part of her appeal, I think, is that her music deals with these very issues. And in a high-profile way with high-profile people that puts a little mystery and a little intrigue into the listening experience. This is why you have women hosting entire listening parties to decipher what her lyrics mean. I'm not kidding, guys. This woman gets engaged and it's all over my feed.
There were so many normie posts all over my Twitter going hyper viral because of it, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, what's the big idea? It's just like someone getting married. Or whatever, engaged. See, I just don't give a—
I really do not follow the Taylor Swift scene.
fuck, like I don't know how people care that much.
It's all I have seen today. If you were to walk into a room of 20 women watching a romance movie and you said to them, hey ladies, in the next room, I'm gonna play a movie of superheroes beating the crap out of each other, maybe one or two of them would leave to go and watch your violent superhero movie.
Yes! Unless I'm really super invested into the rom-com, but there's not very many of those that I like. There's a few, like maybe like 2 or 3, but like I don't really care for rom-coms. I think they're kind of lame. most of the time. If you're making fun of them, yeah, it's kind of funny.
If you were to do the same thing to a room of 20 men watching a romance movie, then you have probably walked into the wrong room and you should probably leave before things get weird. But let's say hypothetically these were just regular dudes and you offered them the opportunity to watch a superhero movie, I am betting that the majority of them would probably leave to go with you. Why, you might be wondering? Well, because the average man probably doesn't want to watch two people fall in love, but he would want to watch a super person punch another super person into a building. Disney
You know, not gonna lie, I like both.
took this well-established idea and decided to try to push a square peg of femininity into a round hole of masculinity. I know that analogy sounds incredibly weird, but I can't think of a better way to articulate it. They tried to appeal to a sense of anti-male sentiment that was popular in social justice circles in...
This was insane. Whoever directed this, I think they lost their job. They probably didn't, but... They go in a circle and start chanting about, like, female power and the one for many, and it's just...
Horrible.
And it's like a female, like... Yeah, like kumbaya, like about how females are just they're so good and amazing, and it's like...
movies
Whose
where
idea
it
was
was
this?
thinking they could make masculine brands appeal to women, thus widening...
I don't want women to be viewed as cringe, and this just plays into it. It makes, quote-unquote, my side
They
look
shouldn't.
stupider than it actually is.
their audience pool. Then they were surprised when women still didn't want to watch and men stopped showing up.
It's like when something really cringe happens with VTubers, and it's like, it paints all VTubers in this light, like every one of us is the same, and it's like, it's not though, like, we're not all like this. It feels like I have to, like, play defense for myself.
Man who chases two rabbits catches neither. Did no one at Disney ever read Confucius? I mean, I don't read Confucius, but I do know that one. Ultimately, I think that Disney's missteps with Gen Z men highlight one really crucial thing, and that is you cannot build a loyal, dedicated audience by lecturing them or sidelining the stories that they love. Franchises like Marvel and Star Wars thrived on having epic adventures and great relatable heroes and characters, not corporate feminism and other weird social justice initiatives being shoved into everything. I think all of Disney's failures over the last number of years, either at the...
Wait, hang on a second. Somebody's asking for advice here. When did this come in? Yeah, you could ask for advice. What's the issue? This is, Sisyphus Friend King? Hey, hello, you here? Are you in the chat? You're asking for advice and I'm not getting any questions. So I'm going to continue the stream until I get my question. I don't know if he's even here anymore. Let's see, I don't even see any timestamps. Yep. I think he's gone. La 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 la. Nope, he's gone. I think he's gone. Well, sorry, chat. I still have not been called a misogynist, and that's even the title of my stream. Didn't even call me a misogynist, he just wanted advice and he fled the scene. Yikes. Anyways.
Box office or on their streaming platform really demonstrate that people are gravitating aggressively away from politically motivated, politically driven stories. And like I already mentioned, it's not that Gen Z men aren't interested in consuming media. They are. They're just not interested in consuming this kind of media.
There's men who love Uma Musume, and they get invested into the stories of horses that got translated into anime girls, and you're telling me that men don't like female characters? It's so disingenuous. Like, look at the East. They market an entire genre to men that like cute things.
Look, I mean, everybody loves female characters. They just need to be good female characters. That's what it really comes down to.
Dog deserves the best dog.
Like, everyone got super invested when Hura died, man. I mean, Haru, sorry, my brain can't work. Like, what's wrong with you? That's why VTubers are also, like, appealing to people. Not everyone, obviously.
So apparently I didn't set my volume correctly the whole time. Not good.
I'm not trying to blanket statement, but, like, holy crap.
And honestly, Disney's pivot towards looking for new IP and new and original stories to tell is definitely a step in the right direction. But rebuilding trust and getting people back on side means actually listening to fans and not simply dismissing them as toxic. In the end, I am genuinely glad to see that Disney seems to be trying to find new stories, but all of it will be for naught if they can't abandon the social justice mindset and agenda that has driven them so far. So I do think it's time for the company to rediscover the magic of its storytelling by making movies and shows that appeal to everybody while not preaching at anyone. Now on that note, and before I to all of you, this is just Air. Check out Fume using the link in the description. They've obviously been a long-time supporter of this channel, but if this is something that you struggle with, absolutely check them out and see if they might be a good alternative in helping you stop your bad habit. Now, I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Is this a step in the right direction for Disney? Do you think that it's actually just them blowing a lot of hot air?
And you want to know the worst part? Is that there's plenty of movies and books and shows that have come out that have a centered female protagonist, and there's an obvious disdain and bias of, oh god, it's gonna be another, like, girl bossy story or video game or whatever, and then it might turn out to be something that's actually good and it's well written, but people already dismiss it before they even, like, give it a chance just because there's, like, a girl in it. And I think that's ultimately, like, a horrible thing. Like, make good things and then people won't judge you that much.
And they're actually going to change nothing, and they're going to keep being hyper-political with everything they do. What do you make of Gen Z being the group of people that they want to target? Do you think that this is because they have so badly fumbled with Marvel and Star Wars that they're trying to do something new to appeal to this demographic? What do you make of them fumbling the existing media properties that they own? Is this deliberate? Do you think they did it on purpose to destroy them? Or do you think that it's just been a weird thing that's come about as a result of all of the weird politics that they've shoved into everything? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you're not subscribed to the channel and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, as well as leaving this video a like and a comment, because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Of course, in the interim, I hope you little chickadee noodle people stay safe and well and make good choices. Don't make any choices that I wouldn't make.
My kids are asleep. I'm not going to make the desk slap noises. And
I will see your wonderful little faces in the next video.
Based. True. Real. Real and true. Real and true. True and real. Go check it out. Hollow Knight Silksong is a female.
My apologies to this guy that was not able to get a hold of. He kind of disappeared, I guess. But if you're still there in the chat, hello. No, I don't think he's here. Whatever. I think he's gone.
Main character. Yeah, but she's Hornet's like, how do I explain it? Like, there's a story obviously to Silksong, but it's not like the center of the universe, you know? Like, it's not like Marvel or Super.
Yeah, Silksong. Looks like a hard game. Should I play it? I don't know. I'll think about it.
Superman or Supergirl, where there's like a lot of exposition and plot, you know? Like, you're still playing a video game. I'm talking, like, generally speaking, you will see a video game with a female protagonist, and it might just be like a very mid game, and people will automatically dismiss it and think it's a 2 out of 10 and not even give it a shot. In the last 10 years, that has obviously gotten worse. Girl boss kill everyone. I mean, Kill Bill did good. That's actually another really great example. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Kill Bill is a insanely female-centric revenge plot story where a girl boss literally goes to get taught by a fucking teacher to learn how to kill everybody because they killed her husband, and nobody batted an eye saying, oh my god, this is so fucking girl bossy, this is lame, I don't like this. It's because Uma Thurman's fucking hot, and it was awesome, it was well directed, and the plot line, I mean, granted, it was a little bit, you know, what was it called?
Yeah. Kill Bill was awesome. I only saw part 1. I never got around to part 2. I even own it, but I never watched it. What's wrong with me?
You know, there's a lot of, like, violence and killing, but, like, there still was a plot. There's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah. So that was, hang on a second. That was Sydney Watson's video, and that was SmugAlana reacting to it. And I'm the Kathabrowski, and I don't know why my guy didn't ask for his advice, and he just disappeared off the map. I'm kind of sad. Anyways, I'll try to pay more attention to you, chat. Hang in there, bros. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a day. Where's my goodnight music? Here's my good night music. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, have a good night. See ya.